Hey friends, as you can see, we're slipped under just under $99, just under $100. We're going to play the full hog today. This is a really good time to play. It's Sunday morning, about 400,000 people online currently. We have fixed up a few of our leaks as well. Yesterday's session wasn't great for us because we did run into some coolers. Just a bit unfortunate, but what I'm currently been messing around with at the moment have been really running into being on the other end of button versus cut off, maybe getting a little bit too wild. Also the small blind versus button. So just delving into these situations, just having a bit of fun, probably over bluffing in certain spots. But at the same time, we're actually learning how to bluff in certain spots and get away with it as well. So we'll go from here. Yesterday's session I did put some music on, and it didn't seem to match how it sort of made me not emotional. I'd say it just really was. It probably just made me think and distract probably from the game as well. So I probably won't play that music. Sometimes probably a bit of study music in the background would be good. Just to keep your brain active. But apart from that, I think if you have too much going on in the background, it sort of takes your brain away from focusing on the actual game. Okay, what I'll do is start commentating on the game. So anyway, that's a perfect turn card, by the way. We're going to bet it, just in case he's got a queen. We need to bet the pot now. Going for a check raise could be another alternative, but the reason is I don't want to avoid. I just want to avoid him going check. I'm going to fold A7 there. Okay, pocket eights do have overpair, but it's really low overpair. Okay, gonna go for a bluff here, easy for our opponent to miss with 8-3-3. Now he's checked. Now I'm gonna try and end the hand right now with pocket eights. I got a limp with ace jack. Alright, I am opening up with king 9 offsuit, ace 9 offsuit as well. But when they do four bet, they don't four bet lightly generally in this round. He goes all in. Let's get all out. Okay, another board where it's very hard for our opponent to hit. Pocket kings. Alright, got a backdoor with the ace king. So we can continue to bet because if another spade comes out, we can fire away on the turn as well. And a lot of people will call the flop, they'll fold the turn. Got a blocker with ace 9. Alright, so we've got a king club, get a call there, hopefully spot club on the river. I don't think a king will be enough. But you never know, sometimes they have pocket pair. We're not going to get much value otherwise. We could try and go for a bluff, but I think it's going to be pretty hard. In such a spot, they're more likely going to have pocket eights or something like that. Just a measly pocket pair, bit annoying. The ace 10 hand I could have flat 4 betted, but we just decided not to get too carried away. Going to defend with 9-7. Alright, all opening up. 9-7's all around it. We've got a gut shot. We're going to actually raise it. We're out of position as well, and we don't have great showdown value, so trying to go for the all-ins early and, the fold equity early on. Might as well do it now. Because if we miss, we're in terrible shape anyway, but he's got a set of jacks, which is the worst of it, but we've still got a lot of outs. Ace queen, sorry, get a call. We'll actually bet it, actually. Gonna check with pocket fives. 8's gonna open. Perfect. Just gonna open there with a book. I think we missed it. Okay, just gonna continue betting here and just we called. Yeah, hopefully the other guy. We've got ace queen. He could have kings and aces, but sometimes he'll just have king queen in such a spot. So it should be fine. I'm going to find out. Maybe he folded with the ace queen. Just going to fold jack 7. Doesn't really matter what he does. There's no heart, unfortunately. We'll go for a bluff. It's not really good bluff card. one thing I have found, you know, people do bluff with the ace when it comes out. I find the ace is okay to bluff, unless of course they've got the ace here on the river, which we did run into that quite often as well. But sometimes the board pairing up is probably what's best. And sometimes completing, you know, straights and flushes as well. Having just total scare cards that they've got to actually have a really strong hand to actually call you. Alright, I'm going to fold twos, because if we hit the set, it's going to be a straight coming through. Alright, I'm going to bet there. Do have some backdoor chances coming through. Alright, I'm going to bet this one out. Do I have a gut shot? Oh, bottom pair. I'm gonna bet the bottom pair and get a little bit frisky there, because the reason is if they do raise, we can call, and then if you know, if we hit on the turn and hit trips, we're gonna go value town. And if they've called, you know, if they've called the flop, sometimes they go in pretty heavy with overpairs, and you know, just gonna get run over by our trips generally. Just missed everything, unfortunately, with ace jack. Alright, it's going to call it queen jack, but not ideal because, especially in the later. Oh, I'm going to bet here. Nines are just going to bet there, hopefully end up the hand right there and then. Got a gut shot, going to go for a bet. But yeah, it's not ideal just to call behind because people will squeeze from the dealer button. Nah, it's not a good sign that he's called there. I mean, the other option we had there with the pocket, not with the pocket nines, there was a shove, all completed draw hands, but he might have actually caught the river as well. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna fold there, could easily have a jack. Oh, there's two other people in the hand as well. Alright, just gonna fold this. Someone's gonna have something. Someone might be calling pretty light, but someone's at least got top pair. Okay, pocket twos. Looks like we actually lost the other hands as well, by the way, because we don't have, unless the guy folded. Alright, I'm gonna call behind. Didn't hit the two, didn't hit the ace. It's just unfortunate. Okay. Ooh, we've got a gut shot with ace five. Probably could have bet there with fives. Alright, missed with ace five, but that's fine. We didn't put anything else in the pot really. Okay, opening up jacks, ace four offsuit. Just gotta remember when we do play those ace trashy hands, we've just gotta remember where we are. We're not gonna get too sticky with the hand. And just remember what you're going for, you know, like if it's going for a flush or two pair, and if you don't have either, don't overcall. Because they'll just go to value 10 on you, and you can lose a lot more. Ooh, hit on the river. So we had a straight, had the wheel. Call 4 cents there with the 7, try and spike the 7. Do have quite a few outs there. Queen 10 just missed everything. Didn't show much strength though, we could probably have bet there on the river. Missed everything to 7-5, but the 7 could still be good enough. Okay, folding that. Fold. So Jack 10, good top pair, good kicker. We will definitely just check there to protect our checking range. Because what people do is start betting against you relentlessly. And all you have to do is pretty much call them most times and they won't have anything at all. Which is quite amusing. I'll bet the river. The thing is, if he's got a flush that less a flush, he should raise us there, and we'll just raise back, even shovel in. And sometimes they'll call even the shove, thinking that they've played the trick on you. We've got the kings, and we've got the king of diamonds. We don't need to get real frisky there. I'm going to throw in a little value bet with Jack 10. We do have second pair. King 9's all over it. Gut shot Jack 7. This guy... Alright, I'm going to fold. Was looking at the stats though. Was looking at the stats to see if we could do a light full bet, but I chose against it. Hit it straight. And that was with King 9. Bet in the river. Need the 8 for Jack 7. Yeah, I missed it, but it's fine. We didn't really do anything. Get a 3 bet with ace 2. Call the 8s, try and set mine. Yeah, I'm not playing 5 for offsuit. Okay, we'll call 1, but if he jams the turn, we're probably folding. I'm going to bet here just for a bluff. Goes all in. Perfect card for us, hitting the 8. Cash out, no. Well, yesterday we didn't cash out, and we actually regretted it a couple of times, actually. I mean, we had like a hand like pocket kings against ace 5 and hit the wheel, which is pretty embarrassing. Alright, so if we play our cards right, so to speak, no pun intended, yeah, there is a pun, but yeah, just we should be pretty good today just to get back up again. So that's the whole plan, is just try not to get too carried away. See if we can make some good money, and then also just, you know, just try not to get too carried away. There is a possibility we could be down $20 by today, or 30, and then it's terrible, but there's a high chance. I'm hoping that we get back to 120, 130, win some C dollars as well, which would be beautiful. Because at the end of the day, if you're playing both, I think if you're playing both rush and standard tables, it gives you double chance to get the C dollars, and that's where it's at. So, alright, Jack's going to go aggressive since we've got the initiative in the hand. So whenever you have pocket pairs and stuff like that, we're just going to go all in. Hopefully he's got pocket 10s, but there is a chance he could still have overs like queens or something like that. But if he's got like ace king, he's going to let go of just denied him some hidden equity. Throw a little 4-cent bet in. We've got top pair, but shit kicker. But he hasn't actually shown any strength, so we just bet really low to keep his medium pocket pairs to call. Ace queen. Alright, just gonna fold there. Even if it falls, it's gonna be a bit dicey. Gonna call, see what he's got after that. Still could have ace king. Still have us dominated, by the way, but having ace queen betting on the turn after he checks. If he's got kings now, he's just if he checks to us, we'll probably just shove. I can't fold here, even though he's could have ace king sometimes here. Okay, or aces. Alright. It's a bit tricky, that one. Probably always going broke there as well. I mean, you're going to have people that have kings in that spot. Maybe we could fold the river though. That's the only defense I have, is we probably could let go of the river. In position, let's see if that ace queen turns into the horrible nightmare again. Alright, Jack 10 does hit, which is nice. Got a raise with 10s. Does check behind. Now we're going to bet and defend our hand. I'm going to raise it quite big with ace king. It's going to call with ace queen, but very reluctant now. You've got to remember, sometimes we don't need the hit to win the hand. I'll fold this one. We'll call ace king, but we're out of position. It's going to be interesting here. Going to call 4 cents, a little bit deep stacked. 10's going to fold, the ace is out, but not a good hand for ace king. So we'll just fold out of that hand. We will raise this one up. We do have the nut advantage. We do have the nut flush. We just need to make sure we fold a bit more. Because if we don't fold enough, we're actually going to lose. It's going to be a bad day for us in the office, so to speak. So we need to make sure we do know how to fold strong hands. Because that's the difference, is knowing when to let go of hands. We'll call 9-8. King 9 is no good. Trying to defend the hand. Do have one pair. If a 4 comes out again, I think we're okay. Jacks have just got 2 overpairs. Alright, so with the ace-7 hand, that ace might actually not help us. The problem is if he's got the 4, he's got trips. We can't really do much about it. So we have to really... Okay, check behind. I'm just going to throw a bet. You might just have a naked 7, and then we out-kick him anyway. Even without the ace. So we'll throw a little bet in. Maybe he's got kings or queens. If he's got the 4, he's going to re-raise. And then we just fold out. But okay, ace is going for a ride, but it's a single raised pot. Good call here. Got some backdoor flushes, backdoor straights. No diamond, unfortunate. Okay, backdoor flush, backdoor straight. 9 comes out. It's still good news, bad news. We actually hit the straight, but he could have a jack. We can call here, but we're not going to like it, I don't think. Yeah, I should have followed that one. Alright, remember I said that again. I said if I keep saying if I don't like it, I'm going to make the call. I need to remember that because that means that it's a folding spot. I'm actually realizing it's a folding spot, but I'm still making the call. So that's one step of mastering that position. Trial was 7. Yeah, so if I'm not going to like it, I just need to fold. Could you go for squeeze, but in the small blind? King 10, get a call behind. Still got 3, still could be the best hand. Okay, I'm going to fold. He might have 10, no spade. I was hoping to get a spade, at least. Okay, hit a flush. 3-bet king jack against the 33%er. Got a raise here, got open-ender with pocket 5s. I guess the 12% is going to fold. Although you got to remember, the stats only tell half a story. They don't say if it's a good player or not. It's just someone who realizes that they're going to play, you know, a certain amount of hands. Doesn't mean they know how to play their hands good. So you just got to remember that. All right, got the straight. All right, I'm going to bet this one. The ace hits out of range. And he does have a caps range now, so got to be paying attention to the caps ranges, which means he can't have a really unless he's slow playing, you can't really have a monster of a hand. Okay, he checks there. So we're going to try and take it. Good way to know if they're, you know, it's going to be pretty hard for us to identify, you know. You might think, oh, it's hard to identify when, you know, someone's checking or when someone's not. The huge giveaway is the pot size. So if the pot's very low, it means there hasn't been any action in the hand. So it means that people aren't showing strength, which means we can try and think about stealing it. Alright, gonna raise aces there. Against the cutoff. Get a call. Still got 8-6. Got the nut advantage. Going to bet it. Whenever you have the nut advantage or you're drawing to the nuts, you should always look to build the pot. Okay, unless he's got an ace, we should be okay. But he could have. But the other ace there comes out. We might. Ooh, I might actually bluff that one. Yeah, I think we're just no good there. I think he's going to have some medium pocket pairs that beat the 8. He's just going in for the dreaded value bet. Alright, going to raise. Everyone's in the hand. Going to fold. If I was deeper stacked, I would go in there, but it's a little bit troublesome. Plus, it's not suited as well. Means that, you know, someone could have ace king. We're in total. We're just in trouble. Okay, 3-bet, ace jack. Easy fold. Just call false hands, but this guy, I don't know. He's pretty short stacked. Queens aren't looking good with an over. Okay, it's a dead board. He might call again. If he just... Okay, so he's bet on the flop. Checks to us, so we'll try and pinch it. Alright, so we'll check behind the ace-jack hand. He doesn't believe us, possibly. Alright, we'll fold there. The only other thing we could do there, because we've got the ace of clubs, we could probably jam. And, you know, we can bluff. We can bluff the flush since we've got the ace high flush. But then, depending on the ace high, the ace we've got, like, it depends on the board as well. Ooh, gut shot as well. So what I'm trying to get at is if he's got the king high flush, he's never gonna probably fold. Alright, fold some hands. Oh, the ace and king comes out just to hurt us more. 8-6. Never folding 8-6 there because there's a lot of turn cards coming our way. Got to really see this. It's turned out pretty well now. So either 5 or a spade. King 10 is just really what a mess of a hand. Can't say it's really winning this hand, but we're still in it, so you never know. Queen 6. Just checking behind. Don't want to. We're not showing strength. Sometimes you do bet, but multi-way pot can fold it or just check behind. Yeah. The other guy folded as well. But there's less likely a chance for bluff since there's another person in the hand. Got an overcard. I'm going to call. Backdoor straights. Okay, I'm going to bluff this one. It's a delayed c-bet because we didn't actually bet on the flop when we should have. Same thing again here. Because people will have low pocket pairs, and if they miss their set, they'll fold most times. Unfortunately, called that time though. I mean, the only other thing we could do is probably Do a river bet. Or we just give up the hand, might be a little bit cheaper. Okay, top pair, plus we got a flush. It's always a nice looking hand against two other villains. I was going to say two other victims, but say villain. They might actually just fold as well. Alright, 9-8, beautiful. Just checking behind with sixes. Didn't really hit. All around that one, ace four. Yeah, you don't mind hitting the low card and then drawing to the ace. Alright, king 9 in the small blind. Yeah, jack 9's gone. Might throw a little bet in with the sixes since the sevens come across. It's going to be a little bit harder for our opponents to actually have hit a hand, so we could actually have the best hand there. Ace 5 suited, we could 3-bet against the under the gun, but I've decided not to, only for the fact is, you know, under the gun has aces or kings, he's going to go put us in an ugly spot. I don't want to let go of such a hand. It's expensive, isn't it? Alright, now 2. I did get the 2, unfortunately. Got a gut shot, flush draw. Got a cat furballing in the background, so you can hear. Doesn't actually throw up, funny enough. Ah, I missed it. I'm gonna bet it. Or should we? No, just gonna check behind. Probably could have bet it though. Yep, free bet. Ooh, okay, open ender. We're going to bet the open ender, so hopefully he folds. Doesn't. We're going to bet it, we've got the straight. We're in trouble if he's got the 7 though. 2 pair with ace 5, get a check raise. Hopefully he bets. Yeah, there we go. Raise it up. You could have ace jack though. We could be in a bit of strife. Nines, beautiful. Alright, we'll bet jack 10. Continue on. Same as the 9s. Couple of junky type hands, jack 8 offsuit. Ooh, got some aces now. Set 9, set 9. You can also 3-bet out of position as well. Dangerous hand. I mean, dangerous board. We've got aces, but it's a dangerous board. Single raise pot's not always a good sign. 2 pair, jack 8, nice. Going for a 6, but yeah, it's could be terrible. Continue the aggression. Hooked it with jack 8, and the flushes come out. This should be hopefully some re-raising going on there. Hopefully he's got like the nut flush type hands. Eights maybe be the best hand though. Okay, bets. We've got the 10 and the queen above us, so don't think we can really get into it. Ace jack, we get a float. Bets checks into us. I'm gonna bet there just in case he's trying to chase, and then he might actually just fold. I think that's the spot where a lot of people will actually throw in an overbet to try and make all the draws fold. Yeah, queen 7 under the gun is just folding. You find if you open up too wide, you get a hit strong sometimes, and then you'll get counterfeit, and people complain that, you know, poker is rigged, but it's really not. It's just that you're just looking at the hands that you think you got hard done by, but you didn't really. It's just that you got out of hands playing recklessly, like playing the silly hands, you know. Yeah, you got 4-6. You know, you got 2 pair. Then the board pairs up with pocket 7s, and then all your other opponents with overpairs have just caught up overnight. And then you try and blame. Then you try and blame the poker site for your, yeah. Or you got Jack 2 when, you know, you hit Jack 2 and you've got Jack 2 on the flop. The board pairs up above the 2, and then you get counterfeit. And again, you start blaming life. You blame everything on your life. Everyone else is to blame, but really you're just playing shit hands. Ace king. And trust me, I've played all those junky hands before. I've seen the variants. Don't get me wrong, when the variance goes your way, you make a lot of money real quick, but it also goes back the other way real quick too. Okay, we'll call only because it's multi-way pot. Well, if it was single, just a single opponent, we'd probably raise there, but. We'll fold king jack, check behind ace queen, gut shot, 9-5, check 9, terrible. Oh, I actually thought, he might actually have, he might be that bad, he might actually have straight, but I was actually I'm gonna bet there anyway, because there's a lot of worse hands out there that, that he'll actually call with as well. But we'll be beat there sometimes with a junky 2 hands. Like junky 2 cards that just hit the straight. Doesn't look like it now since we've got a table with $5 on there, which is a good sign. Alright, Jack's got a bet there. It's a good board for opponents to miss. Trying to defend our medium pocket pairs. Alright, raises us and it's gonna fold out. What hands will probably raise there? Typically drawing hands, but there's really no draws there, so it's a dryish board, which means that he's trying to represent the, you know, the 7, because it went 7-7 queen, or he's actually got ace queen, or he's got overpairs, which is all trying to get me to fold out. But or he could be doing it for value, but he doesn't know he's doing it for value. But at the end of the day, we don't have a really good hand. Unless we spike the jack, and then, even then, yeah, you just never know. But yeah, spike the jack and you get a full house, then I guess you do know. Probably about 90% of the time we'll have the best hand for sure, the 95%. Probably even higher. Okay, 40%. I'm going to go for a 4-bet and just get him to fold out all the hands there. Got to be a little bit careful with... okay, he raised us again. I've got to be a little bit careful with suited connectors though. Just raising... Like if we've got position, that's fine. But we don't have position, we'll be in trouble. Like that 7-6 there. We'll end up having to play fit and fold out of position, which is not a great... It's just not a great spot to be in. That's why sometimes you'll see me call out of position, in position, sorry, a little bit wider, because we can actually, you know, it's a lot harder to play out of position when you've missed a hand than when you're in position missing a hand, because your opponent has to have the guts to actually call your bluff as well. And if they got ace king and they miss the board, then what? You know what I mean? So alright, it's gonna call ace queen. Because ace queen suited is never totally dominated. It's got flush like capabilities, obviously, like this. We can go for a check raise now. Still got 2 overcards that could possibly play as well. Deep state, call king queen from in position. Okay, get a bet there. Hopefully he's got not the straight flush, obviously, but king high flush would be nice. Okay, so if he checks at us, we've got king queen, right? So we've got to be careful if he's got ace king, because he did raise, he did 3-bet us and we called. So we'll check behind and then check call the river. Just call off the river if he tries bluffing us. $10-9, not going anywhere. Just gonna check behind here. Really dodgy type hand. He's got pocket 10s. So we'll play it us, but okay. Got a bet here. We could be beat some of the time, but I think hitting the flush there is also good. 7s are looking really bad there. Also going to go back to, so when things aren't going that well, you know, like I've done recently, so I've got a few things going in my head, so I'm a little bit distracted mentally. So I haven't been playing as much this week. So what you do is you don't play as much poker. Try and play enough to keep, you know, somewhat warm, so you know what you're doing. You know, always have, you just don't overdo it. There's no rush. It's like last year, I started doing it and then I did a crap ton of overtime. When I was doing overtime, you know, you just come home tired and you just don't. So simple remedy is just to, you know, just get away from it. That's what we did. So it's not the worst thing in the world. It's unfortunate sometimes when you're going for a challenge. Okay, gonna raise it up. We've got 2 pair. If he's got a 3, we're pretty much dead. But if he's got like an ace king, he's feeling pretty confident. He's gonna be paying us off a lot. So we're taking a little bit of a pun here. And it's really going to be hard to tell if he's got ace king or if he's actually got trips. Alright, I'm going to raise. He's got a lot of, he's playing 40% of hands, so going to be quite a lot. Going to call in position, don't need sense, a little bit deeper stacked as well. Hit the straight, going to bet this one. Out of position, but multi-way pot. I actually gotta fold it. I was actually keen to call, but just for argument's sake, we're gonna do the right thing because I don't want to. I don't want to get out of hand. All right, so he's just going all in. We're gonna shove. He's probably got a set. Hopefully, I'm hoping he's got a set. You could actually have a low straight as well. All right, 2 pair, get a bet there. 10 cents. Hopefully hit the flush in the river. notice. Oh, I'm just gonna check behind. Thinking about bluffing it, but no, we're not gonna bluff it. Okay, gonna fold it. Probably a bad fold. The flush completed, straight complete. There's a lot of straights out there as well. Was a bad player if you look at his stats. So he could have pretty much have everything. But bad players do hit their hands as well. Is he really going to be betting into you unhappy with the hand? I don't know. Sometimes they do throw in weird bets as well. But when it's a what the hell moment, what could they have moment, it's usually a straight. Some funky straight that you don't normally see. 7-6, I think we got. Ooh, we're gonna bet this one. Hopefully he's missed. So we're gonna lead into. We're gonna donk bet, lead into the aggressor. If he's got overcards like Ace King or something like that, he might actually just fold. And this guy's just jammed, so he's either got overpair. I'd say he's just got an overpair. Probably kings or something like that. We'll just get out of the hand. We were just hoping to get just a quick, easy fold, but he had other ideas. But in saying that, like, if you have the four, sometimes just lead in, and then they think you never have the four. And then they jam over the top. They jam into your the best hand. King Queen, got a gut shot. Just need to avoid a spade. Alright, 3 betting against the 39%er. But we're in the big blind, so you're going to be out of position. 20 cents. I'm going to call, but I like it. It'll lead out with pocket threes. Yeah, King Queen, just no hope there. Just gotta let go. Alright, gotta bet one more. He's a non-believer. Hopefully he's pocket 3 on the river. Then jam all in, that'd be nice, but we're not really, we're just hoping to get a fold there. So this is not good for threes. Alright, get a 3-bet. Ace King offsuit. That's a good hand for threes. We're gonna bet that one. If he's got Ace King, it's unfortunate for us, but if he's got like Ace Queen, Ace Jack, we're definitely gonna be going to Value Town. And we'll probably find out pretty quick, you know, if he's actually liking the hand. Pocket Queen's got 2 overcards. It's not worse than the hand. It must have been just he's just a short stacker anyway, so Ace of hands now got a flush draw and straight draw. Yeah, there you go. So it's not the worst thing. Yeah, if we spike a 3, we win. If we spike a spade, we win. So we're gonna call there. We can't fold. The 10 doesn't really help us unless he's chasing a draw and he's missed. Which means we can't really get any value from the hand. We can only lose a lot more. So I think whatever's in the on the pot's house, if you know he's missed everything. I've got 2 pair, but a flush is out there. So we actually need to bet here to defend. We do not want another club out, I don't think. Well, yeah, we don't want another club out. For a couple of reasons as well. I mean, if he doesn't have a club, then all the action stops as well. So we could probably go for a value bet on the river. Second pair, King 8. Gonna raise again, Ace King. Played it very weirdly. Gut shot. Alright, just goes all in. I'm gonna call, but he could have a set. call 4 cents. Got a second pair. Could have easily have an ace though. Yeah, he's got a set. Damn it. $0.12. Gonna fold. Okay, 1 over card. Ooh, ace 8. Just gonna try and end the hand there. Need to defend while we're in front. Yeah, no queen. This is a queen with an open ender. We did have some backdoor straight opportunities there that went missing. Yeah, so we're back to using the, we had to use the cashback feature, unfortunately. So that's what we got. And we've still got $1 something behind us for this week. That's how much we didn't play. It's pretty low. Plus it was 2-0. So it's only like $1.17 for the week so far. Queen 9 probably should bet there, because if it's another what do you call it? Yeah, if it's another brick, we can bet there and get him to fold out over cards that beat us. He's king jack hands. Got shot with ace 2. Multi-way pot, can't really bluff at it. I mean, sometimes if it's such a scary board and it's multi-way pot, people will have to call up. Probably call you very, will have to be a lot stronger in the hand. So you might have a little bit more fold equity, if that's the case in theory. Okay, ace 5, good call, 6 cents. Hopefully, just hoping to spike a 10 for a cheap price. Fold. Sometimes you find, sometimes poker's amazing. You'll find any excuse to be in the hand. Like with poker pairs, for instance, you go, oh, you know, there's a gut shot, oh, there's a backdoor something, you know, flush draw. And then all of a sudden, you end up winning the hand because you're very stubborn with your poker pairs and they've missed and they've just been playing aggressive. So there is valid reasons to stay in the hand and not get folded out. Alright, we'll bet there. Got a gut shot, backdoor flush. Continue. He didn't believe us, but if we hit the 4 and he's got like ace king, we've just built the pot up. Okay, got top pair, good kicker. Continue the aggression with ace king. 8 cents. They bet, sometimes they bet really low. And then if you call behind, you're in trouble. Alright, I'm going to bet here because I should have the best hand. You could be looking to raise as well though. Alright, folding that one out. Don't think 8's good there. Open end, I'm going to bet this one again. If he's got a flush, he's probably going to raise me and let's get out the hand. If he's got another hand that's marginal, like, you know, pocket 10s or something, he might call. And then if we hit the straight, we can throw in a little more, you know, tiny bet in the river. Maybe just a half bet. Okay, get a raise here. Pocket jacks. We're not capping ourselves. Where the straddle wins. We're trapping with jacks, maybe. Do not want the same suit in the jacks. I'm just going to check raise the whole lot now. Yeah, just going to jam it and then just see. You might just have aces or kings. Or eights. Perfect. So we're still winning hands. We lost that. We lost the other hand there, but we've doubled up a couple of times now, which is good. You always got to lose hands. It's just a matter of poker. Jack 10 could have probably raised it. Built the pot up. We've got a pair with a flush draw. Not exactly what we're after. 6 on the river doesn't really change much. It's probably got like a pocket 8s or something like that, or a jack, or yeah. That changes a lot though. We'll bet here. King 3. All right, we'll try and plays fit and miss. Very strange, he hasn't bet, but back doors. That's 9 cents. I'm just gonna fold. Problem is, even we'll probably get a bet there with the ace 3, so he did hit the straight. But the problem is, there's a lot of like even the king jack gets there, which sort of makes sense that he's being check the whole way. Really want 3. Everyone's doing the 30% bet on the C betting now. Alright, kings are gone. The straddle guy. They should really get rid of that straddle. Like, I understand it, but it's really annoying when you're trying to multi-table. It's just yeah, Jack 10 suited, we folded as well from the small blind. You could probably argue to make a play there, but it's one of those things, what do you do when you miss the flop, Or if you hit the jack, what do you do then? Really need to hit the jack on the turn with the pocket jacks. If they're betting into us and they're calling. One person's chasing, one person's probably got us beat with the overpairs. Hopefully. So this is the spot now. Alright, I'm gonna fold. You go, oh, why'd you fold there? It's because 2 people are in the hand, either A, chasing a draw with huge equity, and the other guy's already got it. He's betting like he's already got trips. And the other guy's probably calling because he's already got us, got overpairs possibly. Or if we don't believe it, we could always jam. And they could also have a set. Like that's how he's playing as well. Like he's not betting shallow, he's betting quite big. So he's betting quite big on each street, so it's not like... And when you have pocket jacks and if a 10 or a 9 comes out, you know, those hands that you're trying to beat, like pocket 9s, pocket 10s, have now just hit sets, so it's even harder for you to win a hand. Alright, I got showdown value, but don't think we have a betting hand. We just have a bluffing hand. King Queen's folding from the small blind. King's here to keep going. Could try and get stacks in against this guy. He's got about 58% VPIP. Missed everything. We can't actually win here unless we get into fold, so we could actually bet the river. Just continue betting. Board's paired up. He's got some funky two pair hands. We actually beat him. Yeah, so I think it was the best thing to do there was try and bluff that river against the other guy. He's quite a deep stack. Board was relatively low. We lost to any king high, ace high type hands, I think it was. I forget exactly what we had, but I know that typical king high hands, ace high hands had us beat, but they wouldn't call a bet on the river. But sometimes people amaze you and they do make those hero calls. Sometimes not because they're good, it's because they just not actually, they're actually bad, they don't read the hand. And they can't fold hands when they're beat. Hence you do the whole betting for value town. Ooh, sixes, probably, might actually check raise with the sixes. Nah, I probably won't. I'll probably just check fold. Scary board though. Alright, so I got a gut, I got an open end, I actually bet it. Got to lead into him. If he calls, he's not playing like he's got a hand that wants to build the pot anyway. So I think we can get some folds out of him. We'll call with ace king. We've already put money in the pot, so it's not like we're priced in the call. No, we'll just go with it. Okay, hit a set, beautiful. King's out there as well. Alright, we'll cash out now. So the session feels good so far. Obviously there was one or two hands a bit earlier on that we didn't do well on. But other than that, I think, you know, you can see some tables have now built up. Got a few tables sitting at around, you know, the $3 mark. I think it's still got a table around 5. Yeah, see 5 there. Open ender, I'm gonna bet this one. Kings, open ender. Can't fold up. Gotta be beat there so many times, really need some help. That's not what we needed, we needed a 4. Open ender could call. Don't think we really have the odds there, but if we do hit, we're getting paid. Obviously we missed. Grr. Pocket 7's missed as well. So a little bit of chasing going on. We should have probably just folded. That might actually highlight the fact that we're calling too wide, chasing. Yeah, 8-7 is missed. Alright, we'll just call. Hopefully he's just bluffing. Which means if we raise him there, he's going to call. He might actually call if he's got the king or something like that though. 84%. Good chance actually to get him. To take out the straddle guy. Do everyone a favour, including myself. Alright, 40 cents, get a call. Alright, let's check here. Did we hit? I don't know. Goes all in. I'm just gonna call. Hopefully we got him beat. That's definitely not the hands. Oh, damn it. Okay. Jack 9, no. Boo. Damn it. We gave the cunt more money. And yes, I used that word. Ugh. Alright, so I'm gonna leave that table. Got the ace at least. Yeah, just leave the table. There's no point. It's more annoying than anything. Well, actually, no. Actually, no, I'm not going to leave the table. He's a bad player. We're going to try and stick it out. Get over our ego and take him out. Because his VPIP is 84%, so eventually he's going to run out. And we're the ones that got carried away there with the Jack 9. That was our fault. We paid the price for getting out of hand. Okay, raises us. Let's get out the money. Caesars is doing pretty bad there. You can always throw a bet in and try and get folds, but them throwing bets in, it's really hard to call. Try and spike a 3. Okay, we'll build the pot only for the fact that we do have an ace, but it's more the fact that we're trying to go for the flush. Alright, let him go. Ace jack. Still do have 2 overs, so maybe we could have called. I am kind of sick of calling pretty wide on the button against the blinds though. Seem to be getting not getting the results I want, like not getting enough people, you know, check folding on the turns. A lot of people seem to be having actually just pocket pairs these days, but it always changes though. You can't really be results orientated for your decisions. It definitely helps, but at the same time, you just want to make sure that you're basing on the correct decisions rather than winning or losing. Because you start changing your game plan too much, you might actually start playing the losing game. You don't want that. Alright, need a 7. I hit the straight, but if I hit the queen, it's actually even stronger. Drop it in. Alright, 6s are gone. It's almost like they threw 30% in, or a pot side, or 30% pot bet, and then we call. Gives us a second chance to hit a set. Open ender against a short stacker though. Second pair now. Doesn't really help us. Alright, it's gonna fold. Alright, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna fold that one too, even though it's a gut shot. He's got no money behind him, so it's either a shove or a fold. He's never folding there, so. Never folding there, so we're just gonna fold. Fold reluctantly. Okay, looks safe enough, that board for aces. He's got a jam all in, isn't he? Ace jack lost. Good to see the smoke came on us. Sometimes they do that even when you lose the hand. Need to spike the queen. Okay. Hit the flush, why not bet it? Alright, folding king jack. $0.18? I can't fold 18 cents surely. Okay, it sort of makes sense that he did that one with the kings. I guess if you thought we had a queen He could never raise there. We'll bet there on the river. Alright, we've got kings there and the ace high board. It's a tricky spot now. Check still has to get a better. Ace king. Alright. Probably ace jack suited, we're gonna call a C bet. Backdoor flush, backdoor straights. Open ender, that's the reason why we call. All over that board, just didn't get there. Alright, we'll value bet the river with the ace. We'll get a semi bluff, but also have the ace of spades up our sleeve just in case. You'll notice we're not checking out bankroll in the background. Just don't want to get too distracted. Ace 3, there was a 2 on the board, which means that we do have some backdoor straights. We'll bet here now. Here went check, check. Single raise pot, he's going to have a lot of trashy hands. Hopefully he's trying to trap us with ace king. Gut shot. No, I'm just gonna jam it. Hopefully he's a non-believer. Got the straight, if you're wondering. $0.02 gonna fold. Someone's got a weak king at least. Folded the ace offsuit hand in the way pot. Alright, in position. 10-7 is not great though, but we're in got position. Pete Triffs would be happy. Alright. Oh, we got him on the river, hopefully. On the river. Whew! Makes up for our other bad hands. Alright, so that was very lucky. Ooh, okay, now we've got a set and he's betting into us. Got a call, ace king. 2 pair, got a bet. So things starting to go away again after a brief moment of, ooh, there we go, see? No jack. Yay. Alright, cool. That was a really nice hand. A couple of nice hands there. Coming away. Second pair, got a better. Because this is quite a dead board. Don't mind our opponent folding there. Need a 10. Let's get a check there. There's 3 other people in the hands. We're not going to do any bluffing. It's going to fold out. It's too expensive. Oh, the 10 does come out, but there is a flush. So the perfect card come out is just the wrong colour. Well, it's not the perfect card, is it? Good game. Okay, I got to call these at 67%. Got top pair, good kicker. Alright, I got to squeeze with ace jack. Alright, just fold out ace 10. No need to do anything crazy there. So got to keep in mind that something that gets me in trouble is the stats. Sometimes the stats don't tell a whole story. You think they can make a hand as well, even though they've got bad stats. It's gonna fold there. No point playing that one. Hit the straight on the flop, beautiful. Little back doors. Ooh, hit the set. I don't know why the internet's going slow now. All the kids might be downloading. Ooh, still in it. Serious. Rush to lose more. with. Tilt those guys, tilt them back in. Hopefully we won the other hand, I'm not really sure, but we did have a decent hand on the other hand where we had the straight. But I think we had the nuts, so we couldn't lose that hand. Alright, we're back on. Going fast again, which is nice. 50 cents, gonna call. Alright. Trying to keep composure at the same time as ace king. He's got a fold there. Not really happy with that. Ooh, nice hand. Gonna cash out. Alright, we'll bet 70 cents. We don't need to bet higher than that, I don't think. Because we can still go for... Unfortunately, we missed there. We can still go for a pot size bet later on in the later streets because we're already 4-bet pre-flop. Looks like he might have folded anyway. But yeah, like I was saying before, we've got a bit of a stack going against. Ooh, goes all in. Nice. Yeah, we'll cash out that one. Don't think the other jacks. I don't think the jack's hand there is going to be doing too great. Alright. So just knowing that we're a little bit, as you can tell, I had the volume off, but you could see I was going off. Just need a little bit, just calm down a little bit and just. Three bet against him. Because typically when you probably get the blood flowing, you get a little bit annoyed. You're going to be a little bit more reckless or, do a little bit more aggressive betting. So we're going to be trying to do the opposite and try and be a bit more passive. Or we can just not do anything at all and just realise that our game can still hold up as long as we don't make any bad calls, which sometimes we still do. How many tables we've got open? 26? No, 26. 13, which means we've got... Started off with $26 on the table. So we've got 76, 77 there. Plus whatever we've got extra. Alright, ace queen, just check behind. We've got 2 overcards plus a straight draw. Got a gut shot, got to check behind. Don't want to fold out a gut shot. Alright, 18 cents, get a call, still got 2 overs. He's got 2 pair, we're in bad shape. Alright, goes all in, perfect. Alright. Alright, got a bet there, hopefully he's got 2 pair. Okay. The only other thing we can do is as well. Ooh, 1%. The only other thing we can do as well is when you're, let's say if you're playing against someone in the blinds, if they've raised quite large, you should typically fold. We need a heart for that other hand, by the way. If we get a heart, we're jamming. All over it. We did a 10 as well, by the way. Gut shot. King, queen. Multi-way punt. Surely someone will call us if we jam all in with when we have the straight. Alright, we're folding there. Unfortunately missed. Would have made some good money on that hand. Unfortunately, the fold equity is probably not there. Alright, so any ace and a diamond, it's not the worst in the world. Calling a bit wide there with king 8. Really needed a diamond. Needed him to check in a diamond. And then we could actually shovel in and get him to fold some hands, and then we'll say a drawing. Or we could have just folded pre-flop because it was just a terrible call. Alright, sevens are trying to get a fold from our opponent. Bad river, but could have been bad for him as well. Last time we did call the 10-7, we had that trips on the river. We would have lost most times, but we just found that lucky card. Yeah, you can see a lot of tables now have got a certain amount. Yeah, even if you average it to be about $3 per table, 3, it's probably roughly $40. Pushes back up to 90. And some tables are above that anyway, so it's always hard to know where exactly you're at when you're playing multi-tables. Hopefully he's got a 9, or he's chasing the flush and hits the flush. So looking for a 10, but then it's not what we're after. There's a small bet anyway, but looks like he's just trying to get as much, whatever he can from us. Probably thinks that we got like a pocket pair or something, like a measly, or a second pair hand, you know, calling we've got an 8 or something. So he's betting small, knowing that we're pretty weak. Okay, flush draw. Still got a gut shot. There's a 7. I actually meant to bet there. No spade would let go. Didn't really add equity to that hand. That was the 9 suited hand. We'll go to value 10. Okay, we'll go for a fit and fold scenario. Not sure what he's got. 7 nines? No, he doesn't. Okay, perfect. Don't always be scared. They don't always have a set. They cool you down with shit. Now you're thinking, oh no, you know, where do you bet? You know, has he got B's, he's got aces or kings? No, he's just got stuck with a medium pocket pair that can't fold. You know, sometimes they're going to call you down, but they, you know, you've got ace king and you're like, oh, they win the hand. Other times that'll happen to them. Alright, king queen, we've really got to be careful. Open ender. Alright, I'm going to bet this one. Hopefully folds out his ace dominant hands. Yeah, hopefully you never see that hand again. Gonna raise 67% of hands. Gonna call ace king out of position suited. Big question mark sometimes what to do in that spot. Alright, so we've got some backdoors. He bets quite low, so he's betting low like he can get out of the hand, so we could actually still have the best hand here. Probably not now that he's got a queen. We'll probably just jam. If he says he hits, he's got a jam. Yeah. The only other thing we could have done was just jam all in pre-flop. So we've got $3 something now in front of us against that straddler. We want to take out the straddler for reason why we're still at that table. Gut shot, backdoor flush. Really want that 4. Yeah. Raise it up with jacks. Backdoor flush with the 2. Maybe the ace plays as well. That's even better if the ace plays. If the it's an active card. Okay, flush draws there. I'm going to 5 for 5. I'll bet the king. Gut shot. raises us. So you might have a set, might have 2 pair. Might have anything. We're just going to get out of the way. In position, king, queen, why not? We'll fold here because he's got an ace. He's got a gut shot, which means fold equity is going to be down. It's going to raise there. Hopefully he just calls all in. Tens are going for a ride. Queen 6, really? We'll fold. Reluctantly fold. Alright, now we'll cash out. Two's going to go for a bet, hopefully get a fold. Two's barely hold up. Now we want calls. Hit the 2 in there, we're going to call. Unless it's a caller, obviously, but... Alright, we'll call, but there is a flush. It was a case of him thinking we were weak. What's going on with this hand? Failed to enter. Okay. Alright, gut shot, flush draw. Probably want the gut shot to come out rather than the flush, because there's a good chance that we could be dominated with the flush. Check raise a king queen. I hit the straight, but there's a flush out there. Yeah, got third pair. Can't be confident at all. Well, good to see we're at $6 on one table now. Alright, gotta let go. So I feel like today's session so far hasn't been draining, apart from, you know, it's a little bit of a mishap with the downloading in the background. We've relatively done pretty well. Surprised the gold tables haven't been on the leaderboard yet. On the blue tables, we're on the leaderboard. Really need to get those C dollars coming in. It's probably the reason why we're starting to do more of these. But at the same time, you got to remember when wasn't that long ago, we were doing the multi tables like this. but we'll see betting way too much, so many times. Got the straight, so why not raise it? But yeah, just yeah, we will see betting way too much, which we've adjusted. Is he going to jam all in on us? I've got a feeling. Oh, he's got aces. Probably could have actually 3-betted there with ace 3. Sort of keeping myself a little bit disciplined with the 3-betting today. Have been getting myself out of hand and just getting out of, yeah, just putting myself in bad situations. Even like the 10-7 hand was a good memory. Like we got the card that we wanted on the river. But many times we won't have that card on the river and we'll just be bleeding money, so things you just gotta remember. We'll call behind, but it's not gonna be great. Queen 10. I'm gonna call there. He's quite a tight player, which means he should be easy enough to know where we're at with the hand. Alright. Gut shot. Goes all in. Easy fold. Yeah, it's easy. It's with the Queen 10 hand, it's pretty important once he shows a bit of strength on the turn. He's going to have us beat like majority of the time there. Alright, the straight doesn't really matter now that there's a flush. Jacks are going for a ride. Last time we had 10s, we had to fold. We'll call 18 cents. Hopefully jams all in with a flush coming out. We'll fold jacks. Get a tiny bet here. Got the ace, but we're not overly excited about it. Fortunately, jacks had to fold. Look like we got beat. I don't think 10s and 9s are actually going to be raising us that often. There'll be definitely sets and overpairs that will definitely hit in front. So and typically when we bet there on the turn, you know, hands like ace king, ace queen, all are folding out. Yeah, you know, 9s and 10s will be calling. So it looks like jacks can safely be beat there. Because it's a spot where you want to be betting them calling the whole way and then you just have them beat. But as soon as they show any bit of resistance or some fight back, you just got to realise your hand's now in jeopardy. Which it always is in jeopardy, but it's just poker. Get out of there. Maybe we could have thrown a bit in. Because we had a second pair hand there. He didn't show any strength. Maybe he just had a jack as well. So we probably lost a little bit of value there. Alright, 2 pair. Gotta bet this one. Got 7s. We'll bet this one. If the 7 comes out, we're doing pretty good. We'll have a straight. A bigger straight, that is. I think we're still drawing to a straight, a lower straight as well. Yeah, so if the 2 comes out. Yeah, I missed that, unfortunately. I don't know if the straddle's still in there. Yeah, I think Mr. Straddle guy's gone. Maybe we took him out. We can still have the best hand for Ace King if he's got air. $0.30, wow. I mean, you could probably hero call. Be pretty sick if he's got like a pocket pair though. Yeah, pocket 2s or something like that would be pretty sick. That's one advantage about playing so many tables is you don't see that. So you don't really get those. You're already thinking about the next hand. Obviously, if you're playing bad poker, then you're going to be losing a lot more money a lot quicker. Yeah, I probably should have followed the jack. Not this hand, the other hand where we're in the big blinds. Yeah, this hand. Could be folding a lot post flop. King goes all in. We tried being cheeky there. Alright, we'll try and steal it now. No one wants to show any strength. If someone calls, hopefully it trips. Okay, this king's always nice. Not always nice to us, but it's always nice to have. Okay, queens against the 11%. Isolate against the cutoff. This goes all in, I'm going to call, but I don't have that much. Ugh, worst case scenario though. Two pair hands, you can snap it off. Hopefully you strike a king on the flop or on the turn, we just cash out. Probably should have folded. King Queen's just not a good calling shove hand. we'll let go of that one. I hit the queen, but there's a king out there. There is a lot of folds coming out of there. I don't think we can win otherwise. I'd like to spike an 8 on the turn, please. We'll see about the monotone board. Got a feeling when they do that, when they check raise, minimum you think they'd have the ace of that set or the suit. We'll just shove, and then if we're wrong, we'll get on the river. Gotta fold it because he needs to do a spades and he wins. Any spade wins though. Maybe wrong. It's a nice hand, but ooh yeah. I will cash out. Both of us had a similar hand. Probably could have argued the jam. He's got a jack, so be it. In position, out of position. Got the ace, but got a slow player trying to get to the river. Just jams all in. I'm going to call, but alright, two pair, not slowing down now. Pocket twos, wow, really? And this is the reason why poker is so hard. Because these guys that play crazy amount of hands, not crazy amount of hands, crazy hands, you know, like the 5-2, that's why it's so hard, because they're calling so wide, and then you'll win a lot of hands, but then you'll feel it when they start winning a lot. And then you get frustrated because you're playing hands that you probably reasonable ranges where other players have no idea with pocket twos and just looking to try to get you to fold or you know, get lucky. But those guys generally can't last long. Over the long term, we've lasted enough hands to suggest that we are a winning player, but at the moment, there is questions. You know, we've done a few things that have poisoned our game a little bit by just adding a few things in, just trying new things. So sometimes what you can do is reset your game back to a default. You know, what I like to do is, you know, if someone raises the pot, do not call, just fold, unless you've got like, you know, pocket aces or pocket kings, then you can probably 3-bet or whatnot. And then just start on the tighter thing. Just start on the tight form of things, and then just slowly open up again. And that way you can't really get too over. We're going to check raise. You just can't get too carried away. You just have to control yourself. And sometimes just reflect on your game. Just reflect. You know, if you're losing too much and you can't be bothered, you know, go back and look and analyze your games rather than play. That's probably more beneficial. 1, 2. Back doors. Flushes. Scare card. It's a nothing card, but I'm going to bet because it's a lot easier for our opponents to miss everything. I'm just going to bet this one and hopefully get some folds. Same as the ace 4, we've hit the 4. Can't expect to survive to the river. This is such a bad board for us, it's not funny. Yeah, aces are in trouble here. I'm just going to fold it. Remember, it was a multi-way pot as well. 63 cents. He's slow playing and then got pissed off. The pot's not bigger. But it means he got exploited, not us. In position, deep stack says clean offset's a good hand. He's just trying to look us there. He's probably got ace king, or at least the king. We've got backdoor straights, backdoor flushes. Check's folding. Alright, we'll call one of those here. We'll pill one. Or you can call it floating sort of thing. It's when your 2 overcards are above the flop. That's what they're called floating. Double gutter, queen jack hand. Probably hit the best card out of the lot there. Alright, 7's gonna try and get a fold. 8-5. It's a risky board to be betting. Same thing again. got the straight, but that's it. But there's a flush out there. Alright, scared card will bet again. If he's not scared of the king, obviously, and he's already got a really strong hand, he's going to be betting, re-raising us for sure. Nice board for Queen 9 suited. That was really... Queen 9 suited. It was really nice turn card for us. Some possibilities. On the river, let's jam it. Make him call. He's going to hate life unless he's got a stronger full house. Jacks are gone. Hit that jack. So a brief period again where the server's going down. What we'll do is we'll call it the session, I think. Yeah, so all the hands now play to the end, and then that'll be it. But yeah, I think it's been a good session. Pot twos, trying to spike it on the tone. But yeah, hopefully get some $2 at the end of the day. Hopefully we're back over $100 today with the bankroll, but it's pretty strange. Two's held up, nice. Alright, so we're all here. Let's close all the tables down, quickly have a look. We had a few tables pretty good actually, over, I think there was a table about $6. Obviously still not enough. Alright, so we're down. So we're about 94 something now, unfortunately. So we lost to probably we lost $5. So we made some bad calls, unfortunately, but we do have, we're on the leaderboard, which doesn't mean anything really. It just means that we've got a good chance of trying to get some $2 anyway. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, guys. We're still heading south a little bit now, but at the moment, just dealing with a few mental things in the background, being overtime, everything like that. So we're trying to still do the right things, but obviously we're going to be put out for a game a little bit. We just need to control ourselves a bit more with 3-betting. We've been 3-betting relentlessly against the cutoff and the button. Sort of hurting us, and probably calling too many 3-bets out of position as well. Also, calling 3-bets in position seems to be hurting us at the moment too, but that could be a variance thing as well. You're just running into people that have overpairs all the time. It's typically not going to be all the time. And obviously you can see that people, when they shove, they don't always have the best hands, and they can have second best hands, and they're just making you guess. Like that guy with pocket twos, like seriously, ended up going all in with pocket twos. You just can't call it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time.